What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I'm your Warden, Dimitri Shrine, and today I call out BS in Dragon Ball Legends, and that goes for both the developers and the community, because I firmly believe that the current state of Dragon Ball Legends is equal parts the community's fault as it is the developers' fault. So I will, under no circumstances, be afraid to call out the community, and that includes the bigger YouTubers. And I just gotta say something about Goresh's newest 9-star Caulifla and Kale showcase, where he absolutely bastardizes the units and just, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a theory for you, and that's he intentionally screwed their showcase over. Mainly because what you're gonna see on screen right now, what you've probably seen on screen this entire time, is his team build for that video. Do you notice anything about this team? If you didn't, let me explain it to you. It is uber defensive. Now let me just explain something to you. Caulifla and Kale do not work on a defensive team. They just don't. They will never work on a team that is built to be defensive. The only units on this team that buff any form of attack are UI Goku, Namek Goku, and then the Caulifla and Kale themselves. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Angel Vegeta, and Raditz do double defense and health respectively. LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku you're going to have on the team. If you're running a Saiyan team, he's going to be on the team. Alright, I can live with that one. One double defense buff, fine. What the fuck are Angel Vegeta and Raditz doing on a team that should be offensive? Caulifla and Kale should only ever be on an offensive setup. You want to know what's crazy? Raditz is the right bench unit, just not that Raditz. It's the green Raditz that should be there. The one that does double attack for Saiyans, 30% if you have him at 6 stars, and like 30-something%. I actually have him right here. What the hell do you do at 14 stars? Because mine's only at 7. 14 stars, 35%. So you know damn well his is at 14 stars. So 35% double attack is the Z ability that should be there. And in terms of Vegeta, he actually forewent using a red unit on the team in its entirety. He has no red units in favor of having Vegeta there, which fucking baffles me. Honestly, UI Goku, perfect purple unit to use. 35% blast attack and defense. That is perfect for Caulifla and Kale. Namek Goku, perfect. Double offensive buff, and Zenkai LF, of course you were going to use him on the team. LF Super Saiyan 3, you kind of have to have him on the team. It's really just these two units and the equips. First of all, this one isn't even about Caulifla and Kale. The equips for LF Super Saiyan 3 and Namek Goku, at least like the final equip, the third one on the far right, need to be swapped. Why the fuck does LF Super Saiyan 3 have the equip that gives you damage to hybrids, and Namek Goku have the one that gives you double defense and health? Fucking Super Saiyan 3 Goku should have the double defense and health, considering he's far tankier than Namek Goku, and Namek Goku, being the blue unit, should have the fucking equip that gives him increased damage against hybrids. Namek Goku should be your unit that just comes in and just fucking nukes Zenkai LF Gohans. What fucking blue hybrid are you that afraid of? Like, realistically, I know there's some powerful blue hybrids in the meta. Super Saiyan Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Trunks. Like, there's some powerful Zenkai blue hybrids in the meta, don't get me wrong. But what blue hybrid are you so fucking scared of that you gave the equip that deals increased damage against hybrids to Super Saiyan 3 Goku? The one who, realistically, probably shouldn't even be brought into a match against hybrids, because he's just going to be nuked by both LF Gohans. I mean, realistically, if yours is at 14 stars like his, yes, you're going to bring him. But for normal-ass people who are just lucky to have him Zenkai'd at all, you're probably not even going to bring him in a match against hybrids, because that's just dumb. But seriously, why don't you have that? And I guess the other equips are fine because you're running a defensive build, right? The other equips you have for Namek Goku, me personally, I don't think his Awakened equip is all that great unless you're running a defensive setup, because the third slot is completely worthless. Lineage of Evil just isn't a team anymore and probably never will be again. So that third slot is completely worthless. And the first slot has such low percentages that it will only be useful if your entire team is built defensively. Which his is, and which is the fucking problem. His entire damn team is built to be super defensive, and that's not the type of team that works with Caulifla and Kale. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If he really wanted to show off Caulifla and Kale, this is the type of team setup he would have used. You see how I've just had this screen staring at your face for the past couple minutes? He would have had this guy here. Maybe. He probably would have had this guy right here. He gives, let's see what he does at 14 stars, because you know Goresh probably has him at 14 stars. 14 stars, he's doing 32% double attack for Saiyans. That's who would have been in that Angel Vegeta slot, right? And if you still wanted to have UI Goku, if you wanted to forego using a red unit on the team, which I don't honestly recommend, but at the same time, yellow isn't the most oppressive color in the game, so you very much can get away with not having a red unit. So let's just go ahead and see what other units you could have used. Oh wait, I forgot to set the thing to, yeah, there we go. Only give me actual double attack buffers. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone else who does double attack for just Saiyans. That's unfortunate. But you want to know something you could have done? Actually, whole time. You want to know something you could have done? Fucking Ultra Vegeta. You could have used Ultra Vegeta. Like, let's just say, instead of using, you know, instead of using that UI Goku, or that Super Saiyan 2 Goku here, use your UI Goku, right? Here you go. We put his UI Goku on the team. His is at 14 stars. It's a big blast attack and defense buff. This is how you go full blast. His equipment for Caulifla and Kale are built for full blast, which I also don't recommend doing because their strike stat is actually slightly literally 10 points higher, but they only have one blast buff that only gives them an extra 30%. So I would actually recommend using his platinum equipment, one, because of the special move damage and key recovery, that's always nice, but also because the strike attack buff is high enough that it basically makes your strike and blast pretty much even, right? It nullifies that. And my biggest gripe with his build in terms of equipment is that he doesn't have this. He doesn't have the equip that gives you up to 5% pure blast attack per tag Saiyan. But he's got that fucking awful, Android and Saiyan equip there. Or was it like Android and Girl? I don't even know what those tags are, actually. I never remember because the equip sucks. Where is it? It's here. So here it is. What are your fucking tags? Android, Girls, and Regen. Because this equip is fucking awful. I mean, like, it's not terrible, right? Z plus, it's not terrible. But what the fuck? This is the type of equipment you should be using with this unit. Right here. This is what you should be using. Just go full in on blast attack, special move damage, and make her strike attack do a bit more. My Caulifla and Kale is at 7 stars. His is at 9. Mine does more damage because mine is built properly. Mine is on a team that actually fucking works. Now, in terms of my strategy that I mentioned earlier about him doing this shit on purpose, the reason why I feel like he did this shit on purpose is because I do not believe Goresh is that stupid. I don't. I do not think Goresh is dumb enough to believe that Caulifla and Kale were going to perform well on the team he built. There's no way in hell that someone with as much experience in Dragon Ball Legends as him actually expected Caulifla and Kale to do well at all on the team build that he made. I refuse to believe he's that stupid. However, I am willing to believe that he purposefully did not make them look good so that he'd have some engagement in his comment section. Essentially, he made them look bad so that people would have something to talk about, so that his comments would be full of, wow, they really didn't look that good. Or, people either disagreeing with him or agreeing with him. Either way, it would create a lot of talk in his comment section, which would push his fucking video out, and he would make more money. All right? That is what I think is going on here. Because there's no way. It has to be money driven. There's no way he actually thought they were going to do well on the team he built. I refuse. I straight refuse. There's no possible way in hell you can convince me that Goresh thought for 1 second Khalifa and Kale were ever going to do well on the team he built. It's just not possible. They were destined to fail on a team built like this. That's what kind of pisses me off about it. I'm all for, trying to see how they work on specific types of teams, but when your goal is to see how good a unit is, you need to put the unit on a team that works for them. You cannot put a unit on a team that they are not designed to be on. You just can't do it. The units have certain builds for a reason. Units want to be run on certain types of teams. You can't just plop any unit you want on any style of team you want just because you have them at high stars. You can't just plop them on whatever team build you want with whatever fucking random ass equipment you want just because you have them at high stars. That is not how that works. You will fail, and he knows that. He fucking knows that. He did this shit on purpose. All right? I don't really care all that much that he did do it on purpose, but at the very least, he could make that, a thing that he says. He could say that at some point in the video. Maybe he wanted to see if they could tank. That's why. Sure, I'm all for building them on a defensive team to see if they can tank. But when you put them on a defensive team and then complain that they're not doing enough damage and complain that they're not tanking when a unit like Khalifa and Kale have negative defenses, they're like purple hit. You can pump as much defense as you want into purple hit, but he's not surviving one combo from anything. They're built the same fucking way. It's just like this team was never gonna work. It was never going to work. And I gotta call you out on it because you're spreading false information. This is essentially you spreading false information by coming to the conclusion that Khalifa and Kale are not that good because you don't know how to build them properly, or you intentionally built them improperly. That is false information. That is misinformation. You are misleading people. You are going to have people believe that this unit is not good just because you struggled in trying to fucking pull copies of them. All right? And realistically, he actually pulled Khalifa and Kale before, like 2 or 3 copies before ever pulling one God Topo. But nah, God Topo impresses the shit out of him. Mainly because he wants Vados off of God Key so that the team can stop healing. I feel like everyone who thinks Topo is this oppressive-ass unit just wants him to get rid of Vados so that God Key can stop being this mini regen team. Just speak up. Also, I think Goresh just hates yellow units because a common thing that I've seen is this is reminiscent of the yellow Turles. I've always been a big defender of yellow Turles. I thought he was really good. He's not really all that anymore, but he's over a year old now. I'm not that surprised, but I thought he was significantly better than Goresh said he was. There was Gogeta Blue, who he thought was good months later. But I guess at least he thought he was good at some point. There's the yellow Broly. Not good, apparently, in his eyes. Like, what fucking yellow units does he actually praise? There's Gogeta Blue and then Angel Vegeta. That's it. Fucking Evolution Blue Vegeta, average. Nova Shenron, he's pretty bad. LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it's pretty bad. Like, do you just fucking hate yellow units? I think Goresh just fucking hates the color yellow. Because most of his harshest critiques, most of his bullshit critiques, I'm just gonna come out and say that, most of his bullshit critiques are at the expense of yellow units. I think Goresh just hates the color yellow, but is willing to let Gogeta and Vegeta live because Vegeta actually is kind of dumb for what he provides for his team. You'd be stupid to call him bad. And Gogeta is just probably his favorite fusion. So he's just like, you know what? Gogeta is amazing because I like Gogeta. But yeah, Goresh, your fucking team build is shit. Half your equipment is shit, and you did that shit on purpose to make them look bad, so that you can get a bit more engagement on your videos. It's fine. I'm all for letting you make your money, but god damn it, don't put the wrong information in people's head. All right. Again, the reason why I feel like this was for money is because I don't think Goresh is that stupid. I find it hard to believe that he is dumb enough to think that team was going to work. So, yeah, that's basically this video. I'm gonna call you out. You spread misinformation, I'm gonna call you the fuck out. But that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that join button if you can, it really does help the channel out. All the links you could ever want are in the description down below, and I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace.